everyone, this is Antoinette from smartneedle. Welcome to my channel. Get ready to fall in love with your next favorite little pouch. Today I am so happy to introduce the brand new Zippie Pod Pouch. A cute cylinder pouch with a zip all around it and a sweet handle on top that make it easy to grab and go. This design comes in 3 different hoop sizes and the height changes from shorter to taller, so you can create the perfect size for makeup, jewelry, candies, sewing notions, and all your little treasures. In this video, I'll show you how to make the adorable patchwork version step by step, so you can play with your favorite fabric combinations and make each pouch so unique. And if patchwork isn't your thing, you can also use a single piece of fabric for a quicker, beautiful finish. The texture comes out so soft and puffy, giving these pouches a cozy, full look that make them extra special. They turn out absolutely adorable in every size, and they are perfect for gifts, organizing, or just keeping your favorite things so close. Let's get started and stitch this cutie together. Okay, let's get started. Just a quick reminder that all my embroidery designs can be stitched on a single needle embroidery machine or a multi-needle embroidery machine. Okay, open the first embroidery files, which is the body of the pouch, and then run the first spool color over the stabilizer. After the guidelines are all done, we are going to cover them with 2 or 3 layers of cotton batting. If you are doing the biggest pouch, I would recommend 3 layers. If you are doing the medium, I would recommend 2. And if you are doing the small one, I would recommend just 1. And then keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach the cotton batting to the project. After the tack down line has been done, we're going to trim all around it. Okay, the next few steps I'm going to show you how I made the patchwork fabric. But if you prefer not to do patchwork, you can absolutely use a single piece of pattern fabric of your choice. It will look just as beautiful. For my patchwork, I cut 2 inches strips from all my different polka dot fabrics. Then I sew them together with my sewing machine using about 1/4 inch seam allowance. As I join each strip, I press the seams with my iron to keep everything nice and flat. And here you can see my fabric all finished. It's really simple to make and turn out so cute. After the cotton batting has been trimmed, we're going to cover the whole embroidery area with a pattern fabric of your choice. In this case, I'm using a neutral color so it can do a great contrast with my colorful polka dots. Then keep running your embroidery machine for the next spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach that neutral color fabric to the project. And then keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the first applique guideline as the video shows. Now we are going to grab our polka dot fabric and add heat and bond on the back, since we're doing blanket applique, and this will help keep the fabric edges from frying. Then cut 2 long strips of that fabric, long enough to fully cover the applique guidelines. Before placing the fabric down, make sure you remove the paper backing from the heat and bond. Lay both pieces over the marked areas, then continue running your embroidery machine for the next spool color. The machine will stitch a tack down to secure the colorful fabrics to the project. Once the tack down stitch is finished, we're going to trim all around the edges, nice and close, to clean up the applique and get it ready for the next step. Now keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will start doing the quilting pattern over the polka dot fabrics as the video shows. Then the next spool color will do the blanket applique stitch all around the edges of both colorful fabrics. Now it is time to place the zippers. I highly recommend using these wonderful zippers I found on Amazon. They come in extra long, which allow you to cut the exact length you need for your project. They also come in many color choices, plus lots of colorful metal zipper pullers, so you can mix and match however you like. You can use just 1 zipper puller or add 2 for a double opening zipper, which is what I'm doing today. and I choose an orange zipper with a light green zipper pullers for a fun bright combination. If you like these zipper packages, they are available at my Amazon storefront, and I have included a link right under my video description. Okay, now we're going to cut the zipper a little longer so it passes the edges of the embroidery area, just as I'm showing you in the video. Next, we'll place a strip of wash away tape right above the top guidelines. I really love this wash away tape. It's totally a game changer. It makes placing zippers so much easier and very accurate. This tape is also available in my Amazon storefront if you like, and please remember that all of the materials and notion I use in all my videos are always listed and linked right under the video description. After placing the tape, don't forget to remove the paper backing. Now we're going to split the zipper in two with the teeth facing down and towards the inside of the project. Place each side firmly over the tape, just like you see in the video. After the zippers are in place, now we're going to cover the whole embroidery area with a piece of pattern fabric of your choice. Just make sure the right side of the fabric is facing down, as the video shows. Now keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do a tack down stitch to attach all the fabrics together. Now it is time to unhook your project and carefully cut all around the stitch guideline, leaving about 1/4 inch seam allowance. Take your time and trim nice and evenly so everything stays neat and clean. Just make sure you are cutting along the long side only, not the ends. Leave the ends exactly as they are for now, since we're gonna be working with those in the next step. This will help keep the shape and make the next parts much easier to assemble. Now it comes the fun part. We're going to turn both pieces inside out. Take your time, right, to shape them all really well after you turn the inside out. And then we're going to iron both sizes really well so the heat and bond can fuse really well between fabrics, as the video shows. Now we're going to bring both sides of the zippers together and add the zipper pullers, one on each end of the project. To place the zipper pullers, I slide one side of the zipper into it first, then guide the other side right next to it. I hold the zipper steady with one hand and gently pull the zipper puller towards the other until it catches both sides. It's actually very simple to do, especially because these zipper pullers are metal and a nice size, which make them easy to hold and guide into place. Now open the next embroidery file, which will stitch the bottom pieces, the top piece, and the handle. You'll notice there are several embroidery files included in your folder, so if you have a larger hoop, you can embroider the circles and the handle all together. If your hoop is smaller, you can stitch the circle pieces first and then you will stitch the handle separately. In this video, I'm making all three pieces together, just as you see here. Go ahead and run the first spool color over the stabilizer to stitch the placement guidelines. Then cover those guidelines with 2 layers only of cotton batting, since these pieces are smaller. Continue running your machine for the next spool color, which will do the tack down stitch to secure the batting to the project. Once the tack down lines are done, trim all around the edges to clean up the cotton batting. Next, cover the entire area with a piece of pattern fabric of your choice. Keep running your machine for the following spool color, which will stitch another tack down stitch to attach that fabric to the project. Then continue with the next spool color to stitch the applique guidelines, just as I'm showing you in the video. Now we're going to cover those guidelines with colorful fabric of your choice. In this case, of course, we're doing the polka dots, so I grabbed some leftovers that I had, I put heat and bond on it, and then cover the guidelines as the video shows. Now we're going to keep running your embroidery machine for the next spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach those fabrics to the project. After the tack down stitch has been done, we're going to trim all around it. Then keep running your machine for the next spool color. It will do the quilting applique pattern as the video shows. And then the following spool color, it will do the blanket applique stitch all around the edges of those colorful fabrics as the video shows. Now we're going to cover those 3 embroidery areas with a piece of pattern fabric of your choice. Just make sure when you place them down, the wrong side of the fabric is facing you. Next spool color will do the tack down stitch to attach all the fabrics together. It will start with the handle first because we need it in place before the circles are stitched. The handle will be placed inside one of those circles between the layers of fabric. Now carefully remove only the handle from the stabilizer. Trim all around it, leaving about 1/4 inch seam allowance. Then turn it inside out and give both sides a quick press with the iron so it looks nice and flat. Next, fold the handle at the center, just as I'm showing you in the video. I like to hold it to fold in place with a small metal clip, but you can also use a piece of tape to keep the fold in place. Place the folded handle at the center of one of those circles. Could be either one because those 2 circles are exactly the same. Then cover it with your pattern fabric. Make sure the wrong side of the fabric is facing toward you. Once everything is in place, continue running the machine to finish the tack down stitch just as the video shows. Just a quick reminder, those tack down stitches are going to leave an opening, so we can turn both circles inside out later on. Now we're going to cut both circles, leaving about 1/4 inch seam allowance all around. As you trim, make sure to leave the fabric a little longer where the opening is. That extra fabric will help us tuck it inside neatly and close it later on. Now we're going to turn both circles inside out and give them a nice press with your iron so they look smooth and flat. Then at the opening, gently tuck the fabric edges inside and press that area as well. This will help hold everything neatly in place and make the next step much easier. As you can see, all our pieces are done. Now we can assemble the pouch. Now we are going to cut the ends of the main pouch body as you see in the video. Then open the zipper pullers and clip both ends together and sew a straight stitch using your sewing machine or by hand, whichever you prefer, just like you see here. After sewing, trim the seam allowance a little to reduce bulk, then turn the body inside out. And your pouch body is all done. Look how cute and puffy it is. Go ahead and close the zippers so it forms that nicely cylinder shape. Now we are ready to attach the circles. Sew the circle with the handle to the top and the other circle to the bottom. I like to sew them by hand. It's very easy to do and give the pouch that beautiful handmade finish. Now comes my favorite part, adding the little details that make the pouch extra special. I like to sew on the leather tags by hand, just as you see here. To give that beautiful finished look, I also added these cute happy faces charms to the zipper pullers using a little hot glue, and they make the pouch look even more fun and playful. All the materials and details I'm using are available on my Amazon storefront as well. If you like, you can find the links right under the video description. Look how it turned out. Just amazing. This pouch is so adorable, puffy to the touch, with a soft textures that make it feel extra cozy and special. The shape holds beautifully, and the details from top to bottom really stand out and give it that finished handmade charm. And when you open the zipper, you can see how roomy it is inside. Perfect for holding makeup, jewelry, candies, sewing notions, or any treasure you want to keep safe. The handle, the zipper puller, and the little accents all come together to make it feel complete. It's one of those projects that look just as cute as it is useful, and all those small details truly are the perfect final touch. As you can see, I made 3 of them. each one a different height from shorter to taller. It really lets you see all the beautiful details, the fabrics, the leather tags, the color zipper pullers, and how each side has its own charm. The zippers are so nice and smooth to open and close, and the pouches feel extremely soft and puffy to the touch. They are honestly so cute. You might want to keep them all for yourself, and the different fabric choices give each one its own personality, making every pouch feel truly unique and special. Now it is time for our sweepstake giveaway. How exciting! I am giving away 3 embroidery bobbin tubes in white, earthy, and bright colors, perfect for all your embroidery projects. I'm also including a lovely bundle of polka dot fabrics, so you can create your own patchwork fabric for these pouches if you like. To enter, just leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and have notifications turned on so you will know who's the winner, because it might be you. This giveaway is open to US residents only since international shipping costs are very expensive. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for understanding. Entries are open until February 16th. This giveaway is not sponsored or affiliated with YouTube in any way. Thank you so much for participating and good luck to everyone. Watching this Zippie Pod pouch come together is so much fun, and each one turns out soft, puffy, and full of personality. I hope it inspires you to play with your favorite fabrics, try the patchwork ideas, and create your own adorable version in all of the different sizes. These little pouches are perfect for gift or for keeping your favorite treasures close. Thank you so much for sewing along with me today. It truly means a lot to me. If you like this project, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the Smart Needle channel so I can keep creating more embroidery tutorials for all of you to enjoy. Stay cozy, stitch a lot, be creative, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.